Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today. I got my first troll. So let's go through this. And I'm taking a page out of the book of the great Eric July, who is definitely worth a follow, not only on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it today, and also on YouTube at Young Rupa 59, and his Twitter/X name is Eric D. July. One of his lessons is monetize your haters. Now, I'm not monetized yet on YouTube, so I'm not really monetizing anything. But at this point, even though I'm not monetized, I feel like it's worth showing off what happened and just kind of showing the ignorance of some of the people. It's really one person that says some things that just kind of make you go, yeah, you're kind of smug, but you're a leftist, so you're actually pretty stupid. So I'm going to go over that today. So normally with comments, going into this YouTube game, people are going to have opinions. People are going to downvote things, dislike things, be critical. You know what? That's just part of the game, and everybody is welcome to do that. I'm open to, I'm not going to block anybody who says anything critical, or like that. But if you're going to get mean, there is one person that I actually did block for swearing at me. It's like one of my first videos I did where, dear God, I had, the wrong opinion about the Man of Steel movie, which is that I liked it. I just didn't like the portrayal of Superman. And I had a Snyder bro immediately pop in there and was like, just swearing up a storm at me. And my response to him at first was just kind of like, basically, dude, chill out. Like, this isn't a big deal. Hang in there. You'll be okay. Um, and he came back with just like this, like, again, swearing and everything. And I just was like, you know what, dude, that's abusive, what you're saying. So I blocked that guy and deleted his second comment. The first one's still on the video, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm just like, you know what, you don't get to do that. Okay. And I don't understand who these people are that just are like, you know what, this guy's a complete stranger. I don't like a particular opinion he has on something. So I'm going to go ahead and come in there and start swearing at him. I feel it's like if you were at like a friend's house or something, you're having a conversation like at a party, and some random person overheard something you said and was like, huh, yeah, you really think that? You really do, huh, MFer? And just starts like going at you, and you're just like, who are you? Like, what? Like, what are you like? Why are what? You're just like looking at this person like, what the hell? And that's what I felt like about this person. But again, that comes with the territory. And so, also in the comments as well, I don't necessarily respond to all the comments because that could just be extraordinarily time consuming. And I'm a small channel. I don't exactly get a whole lot of them, but I do at least read them and I give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down, as is my right to do as the person who's being critiqued, I guess, or the comments, doesn't matter. So, yesterday, and I'm recording this on Monday the 18th. So the yesterday I'm referring to is Sunday the 17th. I see that on my phone, I got a couple of comments, and normally I don't get a huge amount of emails from YouTube about the comments. It's a decent amount, but not everything. So I looked at some comment that I got, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna kind of let that one slide, and then I saw the same person left a comment on another video of mine, and we're gonna go over that. And I was just like, you know what? If this person comments one more time about something that they're blatantly wrong about, I'm like, then I'm gonna come back at them about stuff. So here's the story of my first troll. And if you're looking at your screen, you can probably see it already. Okay. And it's this person here who apparently doesn't know how to spell, who needs more vowels than just a Y. And their first name here looks like I said in the comment that you will see, like they just got random letters on a Scrabble board. And I'm going to refer to this person as a her because even though it might not be, I don't know, but because the avatar looks like a woman. So I come in and I see that I got this email where I have a comment that says, and I'm going to click on it here. It says, and this is my I should say this is something the video was one of my talkie videos, which I call the ones where I'm actually hearing my voice like right now. It says two major proponents of disinformation don't like Tucker's Twitter show. And this was, I believe, CNN and MSNBC, who I've made absolutely no bones about the fact that I think they're both piles of dog crap, especially MSNBC. So this person comes in here and decides to say, to me, it says, maybe you should learn something about a person if you're going to talk about them as if you know anything about them. I don't know who they're referring to, but okay. It says, in calling CNN or Democrats, who's clearly all capitalists, The left proves you've never read about political ideologies. So this person's obviously a leftist, which means right off the bat, you could probably discard their opinions or at least chalk them up to they don't really know what they're talking about because CNN and Democrats are on the left. And you, ma'am, don't actually know what you're talking about here. And it doesn't matter if they're capitalists because they're absolutely capitalists on the left. I mean, hell, you can go look at half the Joe Biden things between his mumbling. He's flat out said a number of times, I am a capitalist. He's on the left. What are you going to do about that? I know it's just one example, but they do exist on the left. That's not unheard of. Okay, just because you're a commie and everyone to the right of you is a capitalist or a right winger, doesn't mean that everybody else is wrong. You're the one that's actually wrong. And then she finishes up this by saying, I mean, if all you care about is blindly supporting bigots, and I guess they mean Tucker, and I don't really watch Tucker's show. I never really have. So that's fine, but I have the tiny amount of courage it takes to admit it. Now, I love when these folks throw out the word bigotry. This is the same person that's probably anti-Christian and has no problem trying to tell you, like that they'd be happy burning a church or something like that, and they're probably also someone that's like, if you have white skin, such as myself, they probably hate me. But no, 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 no. I'm the bigot. What evidence do they have of it? Is just blindly supporting them? I don't blindly support anybody. And I think I've said that in a number of videos that I don't blindly support it. I've never blindly supported anyone or anything. Okay. So this person just decided to throw out a bunch of bullshit and just said, this is what you believe. So before I go into my comments on there, because I wasn't going to respond to them, I was just like, okay, I downvoted their comment. I got another comment from them not that much after that. That was about my video about Corinne Jean-Pierre, who is a freaking wreck. And this is one of my edited videos. It's like a minute long with, the movie clips interspersed throughout it. And all this person said is the First Lady does, in fact, have a doctorate. You should learn basic English. So there's a clip in here where Cringe does refer to Jill Biden. And there's a clip that I pulled that I was able to find that just says Matt LeBlanc, I think in his TV show, was it Man of the House or something like that? It wasn't Friends. Where he just goes, she's not a doctor. And that's the joke about Jill Biden. Okay. And I'm going to go into what my comment was that I left this person as well, which was basically what I'm going to say now, which was the fact that if there was a medical emergency somewhere and someone was like, is there a doctor in the house? Jill Biden wouldn't be able to do a damn thing. She'd be able to do as much to help that person as me. In fact, I probably could do more to help that person than her. She has a doctorate in, what was it, education. Okay. And if you speak to anybody, like any actual doctor, okay, they will tell you that the people who have doctorates but are not like medical doctors don't go around calling themselves doctors. So this person says, I should learn basic English. By the way, I majored in English in college, so that's what my Bachelor of Arts is in English. So thank you for commenting, completely ignorant human being. But it was after this comment, I just said, you know what? You got two strikes. You came in swinging, and I was just like, you know what? Whatever. You're a troll. Fine, I'll leave it at that. So when I thought I was going to leave it at that, I started going through some of my. I'm going to skip past this first page here because this is the upcoming stuff. Because the page decided to just reload itself. And I realized that, there's some comments I never got emails on. So I started going through everything and clicking on stuff. And then I got down to this video. So there's no evidence of Biden corruption, which was released on September 15th. So it says there's no evidence of Biden corruption except ... And the article is two articles I have in there that both go over all of the Biden corruption. And I was like, and at the time it said 8 comments. And I was like, I never got a single email about that. I'm like, I wonder what that is, So I click on that and look who shows back up. It is my troll. So this is where I kind of went, you know what? I'm going to put your ass on blast. So what this person said here, so my video about the no corruption, this person says, you're scared because I fact checked you, so you deleted it. LOLs. I don't know what they're referring to. They're commenting. This is the third different video of theirs yesterday that they decided to comment on. I don't know what they're talking about that I deleted. I deleted nothing. And they fact checked me about what? They literally just spouted something at me and just went, I did this. You did none of those things. And I'd never deleted anything. So that's a lie. And it says, so you're spreading misinformation. Can you point out and it says, before I get to my comments, I want to keep interjecting my own stuff in there. So it says, you're spreading misinformation. I'll just take another screenshot and send this as a report to the correct authorities. Okay, well, that's a threat. So now we're into territory of, now I'm coming back at you. And I'm not the best clapback person that there is. So it's just kind of like, let's hit this person over the head with some knowledge. So, first comment here, I said, please point me to the exact misinformation and refute it instead of just saying I did that. You can't because it's not true. It says that they left the comment 5 hours ago. I've had this page open since yesterday. So I didn't actually leave this comment 33 minutes ago. It was more like 24 hours ago. So they had another comment, and this happened, and all of their comments came before my comments. Okay, I put mine in there after everything. So then they said, there is no evidence. They've been searching as hard as they can for years now to find anything too. Either they're incredibly bad at their jobs or they are simply lying. It's one or the other. Well, it's actually neither of those things. You're just not seeing something that's directly in front of your face, and you're just putting, plug in your ears and just basically going la 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 la. Okay, the evidence is there. You just need to actually look at it, and you just want to not do that. And then they said, considering Republicans are caught lying pretty much every time they open their mouths, and I'll admit they're not the greatest at telling the truth, but they're more truthful than Democrats and anybody on the left, especially you, ma'am. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and guess they're just lying all the time, but they could be that inept for all we know. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say there, but I said in response to that, if you honestly think there's no evidence, you have your head buried in the sand, and I can't help you with that. And that's true. This is what a lot of leftists do is they're so hardened to their side that they cannot get out of their own way. Okay. And even if actual evidence comes down, like what I feel like with the Biden thing, this is kind of a dumb analogy, but I feel like, say, if anybody's seen the first Austin Powers movie, right after he's unfrozen, he goes to that guy who's giving him back his property, and then there's the penis pump thing comes out. And Austin Powers like, that's not mine. And the guy's like, well, here's a receipt for it. And he's like, no, that's not mine. They're like, here's the book that you wrote about it. And he keeps giving him actual, like, here's more evidence that this is yours. I feel like Austin Powers is the Biden and the Democrats right now, like saying, there's no evidence. And then the Republicans are the people going, here's more. Here's another thing. And the Democrats are like, no, that's not mine. So, like, understand that, like, whatever your first name is there, Madison 1051, that's you. You're the person going, no, that's mine. It is. Okay, so the next comment said, hilarious to use 1984 when he was a self-professed socialist, referring to George Orwell, which is true. So a lot of his literature was clearly warning people about the right wing, which is not true. Capitalism and the fact that capitalism mixed with bigotry is what causes the rise of the fascies. And again, this is how you know the person the leftists are calling fascies, who are of uh, the same thing as this person. Communism and fascism have near the same uh, background together. They were once hand in hand. Okay. By the way, the people that they call fascies, you know, like Hitler was a socialist. Hate to break it to you. Mussolini was a socialist. So this person clearly doesn't know what they're talking about. And they're just making stuff up here. So it says, maybe you might try reading 1984 and reading other things that frighten you so easily. I'd actually never read a book that's frightened me, and I've read a lot of Stephen King. It says, have you ever read the Communist Manifesto? I doubt it, but you believe communist countries have existed. So this person clearly doesn't think communist countries have existed, which again shows you their extreme stupidity. I mean, like extreme. This is someone, again, like I said up here, you have your head buried in the sand, and I can't help you with that. So I responded. I said I read 1984 a few years ago. In fact, I am turning my head to the right and looking at my bookshelf right now, and I am looking right at 1984. I thought it was a fantastic book. And I said, what you seem to have glossed over is the fact that even though Orwell was a socialist, he critiqued it because in the Spanish Civil War, he saw the bad parts of it. I think that's true, but he was a socialist that was critiquing socialism. Okay. Like that's pretty evident I can't remember the name of the book, but he wrote it like during the period of the Spanish Civil War. And if I heard someone say it, I'd be like, yeah, that's the one. Um, but it says, but then I continue. I said, being capitalist isn't just a right wing thing, which you would know if you weren't a leftist. And that's kind of like referring to their other comments. And I said, and if you think the communist countries haven't existed, I point you to the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, North Korea for the last near 70 years, and China specifically during the Great Leap Forward. Try again. Yeah, so this person doesn't think communist countries have existed because this person thinks in a communist country that it's going to be all harmony and flowers and bunnies, and they're just going to be able to frolic in fields instead of having someone saying, you need to dig that. That's all fun, but dig the ditch. Okay. And then we're going to put a bullet in your head, stand up against the wall. Like this person doesn't know what actual communism is. They have this beyond utopian view of it and seem to completely forget that communism is responsible for the most deaths of any political ideology in the history of humanity. So I responded to these first, and then I came back to these other comments that they made. And I started with this first one, which, okay, as I say, it doesn't seem like it wants to load. So remember that they said you should learn something about a person if you're going to talk about them, and CNN Democrats, which are clear all capitalists, blah, blah, blah. So I responded and I said, CNN Democrats are the left. Just because they're capitalists doesn't mean they can't be on the left. Maybe you'd know that if you knew anything about political ideologies. And which bigots am I supporting? Being a leftist, anyone and everyone is a bigot to you that doesn't wholly conform to your communist ways of thinking. But let's play by your rules. You're criticizing me, a Jew, so I guess that makes you an anti Semite and thusly a bigot yourself. And that's how I'm going to play this. And understand that people on the right are done with this bullshit. Okay, we're done with you maligning us as things we are not, and we're going to start playing by your rules. Okay, so to you, person right here, putting you on blast, I guess you're an anti Semite. Hate to break it to you. I didn't make the rules. You guys did. And then just to finish everything up here, what I said to this person, in fact, about Joe Biden, not Joe, but Jill Biden, I think I already said everything before that I said here, but I said, or I'm sorry, I'll start with what they said. They said the first lady does in fact have a doctorate. You should learn basic English. And when I said, no offense, but this actual English major isn't going to take the advice of learning basic English from someone whose first name on here looks like a bunch of random letters from a Scrabble board that don't actually spell anything. Also, the doctor part joke for Jill Biden, which clearly went over your head, is the fact that if someone needed medical assistance, she couldn't provide any help to that person. What is she going to do? Teach them something while they're dying? I like that. I thought that was probably one of my better comebacks. Again, I'm not good at that. So I just wanted to point out that I have a troll. And those are the only 5 comments I've seen from this person. I haven't gone through everything on every video, and I'm not going to. But for anybody out there that's thinking about creating content, don't be afraid of these people. They're dumb, as I just pointed out to you. Okay. Most of the time, they don't seem to actually know what they're talking about. Okay. They just want, and these leftists, they're just stupid. Okay. They can't think for themselves. Don't be afraid of them. Okay. Just make the content that you want to make and clap back at them. Use their own rules. Okay. When they come back at you about anything. All right. There's nothing to be afraid of with these people. Okay. So I know this is different from the usual stuff that I have out there, but like I said, I'm going to be putting these people on blast if they continue to do this. And again, it's making the insane comments to me, the insane, stupid comments. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I know this is, again, different from normal, but I'd like to hear what you think about if is this something that you would say that I should keep doing if this happens again with anybody else? Or is this just now go back to the other crap that you were doing, talk about the other stuff? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.